Hey, Alaska, a quick update from Washington, D.C. First, I want to do a shout out from me and Julie to the over 200 Alaskan youth who are heading to Canada for the Arctic Games. This is really exciting. By the way, they're coming to Matsu Valley next year, so that's going to be super exciting. Over 30 communities sent these young Alaskans to participate in the games. Let's wish them all luck. We're rooting for them. Starts on Monday. Really, really exciting. You know, this week, I will tell you, most of my week, like it is a lot of the times, has been spent pushing back, battling our own federal government, the Biden administration, on so many issues that relate to our great state. Willow, Ambler Road, the bear baiting regulations, the Tongass National Forest roadless issues. Literally, there's been 42 executive orders and executive actions singularly, solely focused on Alaska in the last 2 years by the Biden administration, not welcomed by the vast majority of Alaskans, really impacting negatively our economy, our jobs, our future. So I'm going to keep battling that as long as I'm your U.S. Senator. It's a real challenge, a real problem, and to be honest, a real frustration for so many that I hear from. So we're focused on that. Another frustration, but I think it's just a bump in the road. Some of you might be aware all this great progress we have been making on icebreakers, including getting one home ported in our state relatively soon. We had a hiccup in the final funding bill of the year, what they called the omnibus, this giant bill, $1.7 trillion, 4,200 pages, 48 hours to read it. That's one of the reasons I voted against it, because I couldn't, and my staff, we couldn't do the due diligence on it. And we found out that the money we had for an icebreaker that was going to be home ported in Juneau got removed at the last minute. Not sure why to this day, but had a really good phone call just a couple days ago with the Commandant of the Coast Guard. Really good phone call just a couple hours ago with the Secretary of Homeland Security, and I'm very confident we're going to get that icebreaker funding back in the President's budget, purchase that icebreaker, get it home ported in the great state of Alaska. It'll be great for our state, great for Juneau, but great for America, to be honest. We need that. Finally, I do want to end on a somber note. I literally just just got word of this horrendous shooting at a synagogue in Jerusalem. Shocked by this. Some of you might know I spent the last 10 days on a bipartisan congressional delegation with 7 senators to what are called the Abraham Accord countries. This was a big initiative of the Trump administration to work with countries in the Middle East to bring peace and normalization with Israel. Very historic. 4 countries joined the Abraham Accords, and we visited them in the last 2 weeks. That was Morocco, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Israel. It was a really important trip, a lot of historic progress on bringing peace and normalization between these countries and the only democracy, our strongest ally, probably anywhere in the world, Israel. And so it's just sickening to see this kind of violence, which is exactly what we don't want. We're trying as Americans in a bipartisan way to bring peace to that region. The Abraham Accords have done a lot in that regard. I saw that firsthand, but the news today out of Jerusalem, where I just was, is very disheartening. One other element of that trip, of course, you see things about your own country that you don't always see when you're in your own country. And of course, the issue of energy, which is still the coin of the realm of power in the Middle East. And to be honest, throughout the world, it does bring stark relief to see that our own energy policies, the Biden administration's, of shutting down the production of American energy, really undermines our strength and security in places like the Middle East or in Europe or in Asia. So I'm going to keep fighting against that. We need all of the above energy for our country. It makes our economy strong, creates jobs, but internationally, including in places like the Middle East, it makes America much stronger. So that's a quick update. Hope everybody's doing well. See you back home soon.